And how to do buckaroos? How the heck are you? This is Tom, the Beer Whisperer. So I'm finishing up some stuff. I didn't have anything new. I hadn't bought anything in a little bit because I had so much I just needed to work through. This is my very last Kona Lemongrass Luau, 5% brewed with. What's it brewed with, Tom? It's lemongrass and ginger. I liked it. I don't buy a lot from Kona because Kona Red Hook and Woodmer Brothers. I'm using a Woodmer Brothers glass here. How about that? There's a tie-in. Anyways, because of their connection to AB InBev. Now, I'm not boycotting them. I don't go out and boycott the products, but I try not to buy any macro-owned beers. Try not to buy very many anyway, but I did want to try this a while back, and I found it very interesting. And here I have about 100-degree day. I mean, it's sticky, man. It is hot, and I just came in from work a little bit ago, and I thought, well, this would be a nice beer just to relax with. It's very herbal. You really can feel that lemongrass on the nose, as well as the ginger, that little spice of ginger. And you can feel that lemongrass, and you can feel that ginger. The lemongrass, you get that hint of citrus, but more in an herbal way than actually eating a lemon. But ginger, fresh ginger, will also impart a little citrus as well, some lemony qualities as well, and then you've got that spice that comes at you right at the end. It's an interesting beer. I enjoy it, and it is perfect for weather like this. Oh. I think sometimes beers like this get lost on some of us beer geek snobs, enthusiasts, whatever we choose to call ourselves, because I think there are so many out there that don't want to drink, for lack of a better word, everyday beers. And this is kind of one of those, the weather fits, I'm going to enjoy a beer. And I think there is that growing number of craft beer drinkers that only wants to drink special beer. They won't take regular beer. They only want to find a. I had that situation happen the other day. I offered a beer to a friend. He said he hadn't had a certain one, so I offered him one. Oh, no. Anyways, yeah, maybe he wasn't thirsty. There's more going on than that. I know what some of the responses are going to be, but there are some craft beer drinkers are that way. If something's not on a sought after list, they don't want anything to do with it. Personally, I'm a guy that just likes to drink craft beer. I'm not a ticker. I'm not a collector. I'm not a whale hunter, even though I think that term is asinine. I don't know. I guess there is a place in craft beer for those folks, but I also think that they're kind of hurting it as well. Yeah, they don't help the image of craft beer anyway, in my opinion. The problem with the whale hunter is all they want to do is brag about specific beers. Oh, hey, guess what I just had, or guess what I just had, or guess what I just had. And, they don't want to sit and enjoy a beer. So I'm a guy who's enjoyed craft beer for 30 years. So for me, I don't understand that mentality of having to have that one special beer just so you could tell everybody on social media about it. Collectors, again, I don't really sell or anything. And I guess, again, there's certainly a place in craft beer for those guys, I suppose, but I'm just not a guy that collects anything. I have a collection of glasses, I suppose, but I use them all. So I don't consider myself a collector. I try to buy what craft beer I can and what I can afford, but I don't consider myself a collector because I intend on drinking all of them. So many collectors just want to have something just so they can show it to you. Yeah. Tickers. My issue with tickers. What is my issue with tickers? My issue with tickers is I don't know that these folks, for the most part, and I'm going to generalize a little bit, but I don't know if most of these people that consider themselves tickers or have shown themselves to be tickers really appreciate craft beer. I think they just are looking for, it seems to me anyway that this is how they found to get some attention. You know, they just try to go through as many as possible, and I don't know that you can enjoy a beer that way. I mean, I personally, I'm not a guy that buys singles very often. I buy six packs, and I'll go through. I probably won't drink as many throughout the course of a year as a ticker will, but I have the one that I do the video for. I usually take a second one out of the six pack and do a written review for, and the rest I share with some friends typically. And I can then there's some times where I just want to sit and open one where I'm not writing something down. I'm not doing a video. I'm not doing a written review. I'm just enjoying the beer. And I think that's the problem with tickers. There's so many of them, the nature of a ticker is you don't go back and revisit the beer. So I don't know. There are so many times it's happened to me that I've gone back and revisited a beer and I've got something out of it I missed the first time. And I got to believe that happens to so many tickers. In so many reviews, beer reviews are written over 2 to 4 ounces of beer, really. I mean, you're not getting it all. And if you're taking all your time throughout that course of the beer just to write stuff down, I don't know that you're enjoying it. You know what I mean? I don't know if you're sitting back and just relaxing and understanding what it has to offer. So that is my opinion anyway. But here's the thing. I guess there is room in craft beer for all sorts. So, for me, I don't fit in any of those categories. I'm the guy who drinks all of it. I like the bigger stuff, the better stuff when I can find it, when I can afford it, but I don't necessarily seek out the whales like so many do. I don't, if they come to me, but I don't seek them out. I don't spend a lot of money. I'm a craft beer drinker on a budget, so I like approachable craft beers. I do like the big stuff when I can get them. I certainly enjoy them, but for me, it's about the enjoyment of the beer and not to hit any specific milestone. Not to say, hey, guess how many beers I drank last year, or guess what beer I found. Oh. The ginger in this is just right. You have that, it's very light bodied, but you have that herbal quality of the lemongrass that feels different. It's different than having a lemon in your beer. That lemongrass does impart some citrus, but it's also very herbal. And that with that ginger, that also will impart a touch of citrus, and then that spice comes through at the end. For me, it's a thoroughly enjoyable beer. Like I said, I don't boycott Kona, Widmer, or Red Hook. They all have some fine offerings, but the truth is I don't buy them very often. I have to be inspired. It was a hot day when I bought this a few weeks back, the Lemongrass Luau, man. So I thought it'd be a perfect beer to sit and drink while I was grilling. And it is that kind of beer. So not every beer has to be that beer that you have to wax nostalgic about. And I think that's something else that sometimes us craft beer folks miss. Is not every beer has to be that one you have to do this and talk for 20 minutes about. Sometimes you just want to pop and pour and enjoy and have a good beer and not some 30-pack nonsense, You can do that with a craft beer, folks. You just have to use the right ones. So there you go, my last Lemongrass Luau, some random thoughts on the craft beer world. Take it or leave it. I'm Tom the Beer Whisperer. We'll talk to you later.